Tools that you're going to need for this project are a small screwdriver or punch, 14, 17, 22 and 24mm spanners, large and medium adjustable spanners, a Phillips screwdriver, a large flat blade screwdriver, pipe grips, PTFE tape, descaling fluid and a bench vise if you've got one, and a big hammer just in case. Remember, the snow foam lance is made from brass, which is soft. It's easy to cross-thread, damage and snap it, so be careful when working on it. The first step is to remove the pickup tube. Just pull it and it should come off. After that, remove the bottle holder. Wrap a cloth around it to protect it and then use your pipe grips to unscrew it, or you can also use the nut inside. Check that this hole isn't blocked and give it a clean. Undo the screw from the mixture adjuster, then remove the nut. After that, remove the lock nut from the adjuster with a 17mm spanner. Then remove the adjuster with a 14mm spanner. This is one area where you will start to find corrosion. Remove the pin from the spray pattern adjuster by pushing it out with a small screwdriver or punch, and then push the whole assembly off. At this point, it's a good idea to check all of the O-rings to see if any of them need replacing. To remove the blades using your adjustable spanner, set it to a size that fits like I have done. Then use it to lever the blades off. This is the way to do it without causing any damage. The next bit is easier if you have a vise, otherwise you can hold the main body with a 24mm spanner, but that really is easier said than done. Put a cloth into the vise to protect the brass body, or if you're posh, use some soft vise jaws. I'm not posh. First I'll remove the fitting that goes onto the pressure washer. Mine is a Karcher, others vary, but they're all pretty similar to remove. Trap the body in the vise, then adjust your larger adjustable spanner to fit the plastic lugs. Unscrew the fitting from the body, carefully as this is steel and the body is brass. Once removed, you can see the jet or injector. Swap the body around, then put a 24mm spanner on the lower part of the front end, then with a 22mm spanner undo the front section. This is where the gauze filter lives, and this is what needs cleaning more than anything else and causes most problems. To remove it, push it out with a small screwdriver. Now, with your 24mm spanner, undo the remaining front assembly. When I first disassembled mine, this was the part that gave me the most trouble. From the factory, most parts are thread locked into place. This stops them leaking and rotating, but it also makes it a pig to undo. If your parts get stuck, slowly and carefully work the threads backwards and forwards to undo it. You can otherwise leave this part connected if you do struggle. Now we're done with the vise. In the back of the main body is the jet or injector. You need to find a screwdriver that fits it well, as it will be tight and you don't want to chew it up. Check the hole is clear and free from gunk and debris. In case you get stuck, here are all of the parts laid out. You can see the corrosion inside the lance which needs cleaning. To clean the corrosion off, I'm going to use a professional limescale remover. You should be able to get a similar thing from a supermarket or DIY store. Use about 10% descaler to water, then add all of the parts, except the plastic, to the descaler. Personal protective equipment is recommended. You'll see a bubbling as the scale and corrosion is removed and the liquid will start to turn brown. You may notice the brass start to go pinky colour. This is when I took mine out as it was clean. It took about 10 minutes. Rinse everything well and then dry. To remove the pinkness and get a good finish, I used Mother's metal polish to bring the surface up to a great shine. This also helps protect against future corrosion and oxidization. Now it's reassembly time. As I mentioned before, from the factory the front end is thread locked into place, which means when you disassemble it, it won't line up. You can either use PTFE tape, or I found an O-ring that fitted, which means I can get the alignment correct. I don't know what size it was a random one I pulled from an O-ring multi-box. Screw the Venturi section on, then put the gauze back into the front end. Screw this on, then tighten it up. Fit the mixer assembly and cover nut. Then reattach the bottle holder. Refit the jet into the body. If it doesn't screw in easily, back it off a turn and then go again. Don't cross thread it. Wrap some PTFE tape around the hose fitting, as this is where the most pressure is, then screw it into the body and tighten it with the adjustable spanner. Put the nut back into the adjuster knob, then refit it. To refit the blades, line the straight edges up, then, using your adjustable spanner, use it to rock and push the blades back onto the front assembly. This can be a little bit tricky. Ensure that everything is straight. If your foam gun sprays sideways, it's because the blades aren't vertical, they're horizontal. You can now actually adjust this if you fitted the third O-ring, as it allows for some adjustment. Slide the plastic adjuster on as far as it will go. Then push the retaining pin back in. Check the operation of the blades and the adjuster knob. Refit the pickup tube to the bottle holder, and that's it. Hope you found this video useful. If you have, give it a thumbs up. If there's anything else that you need to know, put it in the comments below. Don't forget to tick subscribe, click the bell to be notified, and I'll see you next time.